AgilePM Foundation, Lesson 6, Collaboration.
My last question was about the involvement of business people in the project. They are part of the project. We cannot exclude them from the project. We need them in every kind of project. But the way they are involved in the project is different in these two approaches. In predictive systems, they are involved heavily in the project in the beginning when we want to understand what they want. Keep talking to them, try to understand the requirements, specify the requirements, and all the rest. But then they are gone until the end of the project when we are again focused on testing, especially user acceptance testing, and the final delivery when they want to do the end-to-end testing, the non-technical part. So that's how it works in predictive systems. That's almost the same in Agile, but the difference is that we have the same thing inside our small cycles. We need them to at least twice in each of our cycles. We specify in each cycle and test in each cycle. And that's the minimum we need to have access to business people. And just imagine this thing wants to happen throughout the project. So practically, we always need to have access to business people if we really want to be agile. Allow me to repeat this. It doesn't work in Agile if you don't have proper access to business people. In predictive systems, you can afford a busy business person, representative who doesn't spend enough time with you. You can take care of it in the beginning and at the end of the project. And for the rest, you will go on using the requirement specification. It can work. It definitely creates some problems, but you can work in predictive systems in that situation. But in Agile, if they don't want to spend enough time with you, if they can't spend enough time with you, it just doesn't work. It destroys everything because of our process. So that's one of the important things we should take care of in our projects, and especially for the Agile project manager. In many companies, there's a complete separation between business people and technical and management people. They're completely separate. There's an us versus them environment, and it's as if they are enemies, or there's a competition between the two of them. And that's terrible. We don't want that in any kind of project, because they have the same goal. The project is in common between the two of them. In Agile, we need to bring them together and create a one-team culture. That's what we need for Agile to work. And by the way, here you see I'm categorizing stakeholders here as business-oriented, management-oriented, and technical. There's a fourth category in DSDM, which is very interesting, by the way. The fourth category is process-oriented people. We will talk about it a lot during the course. In most resources, in most standards, we don't have the fourth type of stakeholder. The process-oriented people and management-oriented people are combined into one. But I really like it. It makes a lot of sense. And it's more practical. So anyway, the other thing I'd like to mention here is about the meaning of the word stakeholder. Stakeholder is anyone who has some kind of interest in the project and can influence the project. It can be the customer, can be the suppliers, competitors, anyone you can think of. Many people, I'm telling you this because many people think that the stakeholder means customer. Customer is only one of the stakeholders. Okay. When we put these people together, create a great environment where all of them are working as one team for the same goal. That's what we call collaboration. When we are talking about collaboration in Agile context, that's what we mean. The one team culture where you have the business people, technical people, and the rest of them working together. And that's crucial for Agile. And therefore, is one of our principles to collaborate. One of the DSDM principles. Okay. Based on Prince2 and the PMBOK guide, the project manager has to spend about 90% of their time on something. And my question is, what do you think that very crucial thing should be? And by the way, let me also mention this. DSDM was created from the beginning in a way that it's compatible with Prince, what we call Prince2 nowadays. And if you're already familiar with Prince2, you will see that the same structure exists here. It would be easier for you to understand DSDM. But don't worry if you don't know Prince2. We will take care of everything here in this course. But anyway, what I'm saying here is that you shouldn't think that just because you want to use Agile, Prince2 and the PMBOK guide are out of the picture. No, they are great resources and they are always one of the ways we can understand what project management is about. Okay? So, they say that the project manager should spend about 90% of their time on something magical. What is that? We'll talk about it in the next lesson.